Okay, get on in here, get on in here. Okay, y'all. I know y'all like, okay, what you doing? This is this is the behind the scenes. Okay, that you get on. I should not have done that yet on YouTube, but you're here now. How y'all doing, YouTube? And we're gonna let us to come in here and see this and get to see this. It's not just for our subscribers. Ooh, okay, now. Okay, y'all. If I'm gonna be in here like Erica Badu now, I might as well make it official, you know? Baby. Um, there we are. Now I'm ready for Instagram. Ooh, child. Hey, y'all. Hey, come on in here. I'm going to wait for the second notice of those for Instagram. There we go. Okay, y'all. Good morning or good afternoon, and welcome to the morning chat where I tell you what's on my mind in the morning time. I'm going live here with YouTube and Instagram. So, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Okay. Yes, this is officially the afternoon, but it's morning somewhere, so it's still going to be the morning chat. Okay. All right, I informed those who were watching on Sunday that my morning chats were going to be later than usual because I am doing I'm getting out a little earlier when it comes to my DoorDash, and so that I can be. I know that was nasty, right? But I had an itch inside my nose. Okay, everything is in a booger. Okay, I wasn't digging for gold, but if I was, mind your business. Okay, we won't be doing that on camera again. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, big dad, big daddy? No, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Okay, now, y'all. So today we started something new. Some of y'all may have came in earlier. The reason why I'm sitting up here looking like Auntie Badu is because I started something new, which I will talk to you about in the morning announcements. Do 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 do. I don't know. I don't have theme songs for my segments yet. Okay, So let's get into the morning announcements. The morning announcements are bedtime stories where I review a Lady and the Savage by Kiara Holt. Yes, I'm on episode 13 and I'm reviewing 16, 15, and 16. That's available on According to Akara Bedtime Stories. Okay, on YouTube. It is now edited and up for your watching and viewing pleasure. Okay, get into it. Go there. Try the bedtime cocktail that I do in the beginning of the episode of Bedtime Stories. I always do a bedtime cocktail, y'all. Um, for this one, it was a modified um, old fashioned using tequila. And it was good. It was good. It was good. Now, if you go back to, if you're on YouTube and you see this later and you want to see what the single is satisfied, which is the next morning announcement on Sundays, single and satisfied show on Sundays, Instagram only is Instagram live. I go live and we talk about dating and relationships. We talk to married people. We talk to single people. We talk to the men. We talk to the women. Okay. In non-binary or whatever you want to call yourself. If I can give me some LGBTQIA people in there, when I want to bring them in. Let's talk about dating for them. Are they having the same issues as we are? Okay. And it seems like my demographic for that show is 40 plus, but you do not need to be 40 plus to show up at the show. Get on there. Talk, let us talk. Talk to us. Okay. We've been single and satisfied question mark because some of us aren't single and satisfied. We really trying to find our person. Okay. I'm single and satisfied, and that's probably only because I've given up on trying to find my person. I'm just living my life. Hey. So show up this Sunday at 7. I mean, actually, it's not going to be this Sunday because this Sunday is Mother's Day. Okay. And I expect all you mothers to be getting treated well. You should not even be tuning in for my show. Okay. You shouldn't even be looking for it. You should be doing either something for your mama, should she be not in the ancestral plane. If she's on the ancestral plane, you still might want to do something for your mama on that day to remember your mother. If you a mama, your children should be doing something for you. Okay. Or if you don't have any children and you're a stepmama, again, your children should be doing something for you. If you're an auntie that acts like a mama, whoever you are mothering, okay. And us ladies, we know some we be mothering, okay. We be mothering. We're nurturers by nature. That's what God made us to be, more than just to help me, but we're also nurture. We're the nurturing path of the men. So are the men energy, because I'm not leaving out you, my LGBTQIA community, because it's about really the energy. Because dads can sometimes be a little more nurturing than the moms, especially if he's more of he's a man that is in touch with his feminine side. I'm not saying he gay. Just there's some men that's just a little more emotionally intelligent and they know, and then you got women that aren't as emotionally intelligent. You know, it's a balance, baby. It's a balance. At any rate, but yeah, this Saturday I'll be doing Single and Satisfied on Saturday. I want to talk about mental health as it relates to dating and relationships. whether you are married in a relationship, or you've been in a long-term relationship, or you've been single, and the whole mental health of it all. I've heard a lot of people say on the show that man is not quoting the Bible in Genesis when God made woman for Adam, and quoting that scripture in Genesis where it says it's not good for man to be alone. Okay. Does that mean you have to have another person? You know what I'm saying? If you believe that way, how's that affecting your mental health? And how are you feeling about not being 40 plus and not being married? You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. We want to talk about it. And God's willing, I'm going to reach out to a friend of mine today who is in the mental health. Um, she's actually a licensed therapist. So hopefully we can get some women, get her on here for Saturday, because I know she's a mother too. To get her on here and let's talk about it. If not, it'll be something else, or I may just come on and say, hey, nothing this weekend because I'm a mother and I already put my bid in a month ago. Okay. I expect my son to be cooking. Okay. My son like cooking. I'm gonna see what he can do. I don't want to do nothing. Okay. I want my baby to cook. Cook for me. Tell me about these lamb chops that you be making so tender and so sweet. Okay. I want to see these lamb chops. If he's over here, it's gonna be all on the stove because my oven is acting a fool. Okay. So at any rate, um, that's what we're going to be talking about. Hopefully, that will be the topic. But stay tuned. I'll let you know if we're going to go forward with it or we're going to cancel it and go to the next week. So, remember that. And what I said I was telling you all about, something I started is water and walking in water. Walking in water. Okay, y'all. So, this late morning, I started my first journey of walking in water. I did it live on IG. I want y'all to hold me accountable, y'all. Okay, especially IG. Every day I'm gonna do a mile for a week. We're gonna do a mile, just walking in water, walking in water. Now tomorrow I want to do it early in the morning to start my day off good. Okay, get my body moving. So it may be 6:30. I said 6:30 a.m. Um, but it's going to be earlier than it was today. Um, and so we can get out there, get our adrenaline going early in the morning. Before that first bite of food, before that first sip of coffee, we gonna have some water and we gonna walk. Okay, so let's get into it, and no excuses. Now y'all can join me. Y'all can get on live, and y'all can be outside walking. You could be on your treadmill walking. But go to IG according to a car. If you're watching this on YouTube later, when it posts, IG people that are watching or will watch it later, look out. Wait, I want you to make sure you keep an eye out for according to a car to go live daily with a walk. The first week we're doing a mile, we're drinking water, and we're doing a mile. Okay. If you again, come on, join me. No excuses. This is not hard. It's not hard. Okay. Let's get on here. Let's do a mile on the treadmill, in the community, like Tony Baker be walking through the community. You know what I'm saying? Go to a park If you local and you are up and you're up as that early, come and join me. We can set up a time that we can do that walk. It doesn't matter. Literally, I want to do early in the morning. That's the best time to, how to break your fast or break your sleep is get your day started by moving your body and sweating and just get it. Just let's get there. We're not trying to bench press nothing right now. We're not talking about your food and your intake quite yet. We're just starting our health journey by walking and drinking water. Okay? And I got me more water. I was tempted to get me some coffee, but water. I've already had my coffee intake for the day. So let's just get started on the health, on just that one step. We walking it out. We're walking it out. We're walking it out. Walking it out. We walking it out. We walking it out. Eastside walk it out. Eastside walk it out. That's what we doing. We're gonna walk it out. We're gonna start simple, okay? And we're gonna take it up a notch. The next every week we're gonna take it up a notch by a half mile. Okay, we did 1 mile one week. Let's go up to a mile and a half. Okay, so next Tuesday I'm gonna step up 1 mile. No excuses. At some point in the day, if I don't come on here live doing walking on water, I expect my inbox to be flooded. Like, where were you? I don't care if you're sitting down eating a bonbon. You better email me what you doing. Why? Where's the lie? What happened? What happened? Okay. I expect wellness checks coming in here all the time. If I don't come on here and do a walk and not say, okay, I'm taking a break, I'm going on vacation. Okay, I got to get there. So one day I'm not going to do it, but when we get there, we're going to find the fitness room. We're going to do that, walk it out. We're going to do it on vacation too. You know what I'm saying? But, I might have a day off as the Holy Spirit lied, as the Holy Spirit speaks. But right now, it's going to be every day, Saturday and Sunday, every day, we're going to walk it out, rain or shine. Okay, if it's raining, we're going to the mall. Okay, we're going to a parking deck. We're doing something. We're getting the mileage and we're getting them steps in. Okay, if you can't get outside, it's raining, your car's not working, we can't get, I'm gonna march it out in the house. Okay, you just gonna see me pacing until I done at least a mile. I will never go below a mile unless health causes it. Like I have a health issue that prevents me from walking. That is only thing that's gonna keep me. Only death will keep me from walking my miles. Only death will keep me from it. If y'all know where that comes from, y'all, put it in the comments, y'all. Only death. Anyway, so that part. So those are the announcements for today. Will I be reminding you about it tomorrow? You bet. Especially the single and satisfied. I'll keep y'all posted. Now, DoorDash Chronicles. DoorDash Chronicles. DoorDash Chronicles. Now, that sounds a whole lot like New Dad Chronicles. Um, with LaGuardia Cross. He's a dad, a content creator with his daughter and his daughters and his wife, and the kids are just growing up. I've been watching them for a while. Um, I can't say that I'm a real auntie or uncle because I don't really be commenting or anything, and I don't be donating. If they have a Patreon channel, I don't know about it. But yes, the DoorDash Chronicles today. Okay, calling a customer. Like today, I was out. I was out door dashing early, and matter of fact, the last one that I delivered before I did my walking with water, I was trying to find the building. Like I couldn't find the building that she claims to be in. Now I called the person twice, no answer. I text like, "Hey, I called you because I'm trying to find the building. I can't find this building." But the person never responded. I ended up saying, "Never mind. I found it." And I was let up, and thank God it was leave it at the door. And that question is like, why did you order something? And then, like, I mean, if you're going to order something and not answer the phone, then because that means if I didn't go through the leasing office and the person didn't allow me to get in, I wouldn't have been able to deliver her food. Okay, which of the men I had to call DoorDash support to see if they can get in contact with her and the whole nine. But had I not doing that, what's the purpose of ordering something? Have your phone number in there. We call you and text you, and you don't respond. That is stupid. And that person didn't. If they did tip, they didn't tip much. Okay, like answer your phone. I've had that. Someone ordered a whole meal and they said deliver it. And I'm like, I can't deliver this because the person wasn't answering the phone. I couldn't call them for nothing. I had to leave it outside the building. If the homeless person left, walked past, they had a good meal. But I had to leave it outside the building. I hate doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't take the food. I don't take the food. I deliver it. I take the picture and I leave it there. Okay. The only time I've ever eaten food that I was delivering is when it was canceled and I took it back to the restaurant and said, what we gonna do with it? You can have it. You know what I'm saying? But you do whatever you can to deliver that food. Leave it wherever, leave it. Okay. I'm gonna tell you, DoorDash, this is what Door Dashers that's out there dashing. Don't take that food because they find that out. That is a deactivative offense. Don't do that. Okay? Because that person might come back later and say, "Oh yeah, I forgot I asked for this." Da, 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 da. They left it here. Thank God they see it or whatever. Maybe they were asleep because this person might have went to sleep, ordered food, clear across town. Because I drove a good 4 miles to deliver some Chick-fil-A. Okay, maybe they fell asleep waiting for the food. Because I don't know how long they were waiting when they ordered it, and then once I got to there and then get to them clear across town, and you don't answer your phone. I mean, I get it. People do fall asleep. It happens. It happens. But I was able to deliver it. But that grinds my gears. You know what I'm saying? When you order something and I'm trying to find it, another DoorDasher would have said can't find the location. And if DoorDash support calls and they still can't get in touch with you, taking it back, and most restaurants are not going to take the food back and keep it. They're going to just throw it away. So they'll usually say, "Yo, you got it. This yours." You know, it's happened a couple of times to me, but I don't take it upon myself to eat the food. Okay, I take it back and say I can't. I can't take this back, even if they seal, it's still sealed. What are they going to do with that food? They're not. They can't resell it. I don't believe they can. I mean, would you want food that was supposed to be somebody else's that came back? Would you want their double cheeseburger? Would you want their food? Now, okay, well, they didn't have it. It's yours now. It has left the building. They don't know what I've done to it. So they got, they're either going to throw it away or they'll say, well, you can have it. Do you eat it? If you don't eat it, I would just discard it. because if you get ribs and you don't eat pork, just throw it away. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the situation is. But just know that. The other part of the DoorDash Chronicles is that grinds my gears a little bit. No, a whole lot. It's a whole lot. Is when other people are ordering for someone else, and then in the app, in the instructions says, call this number. Like, nigga, no. Why would I use my, because when you call through the app, through DoorDash app, they're not giving them your number. They're giving you a fake number and saying it should come up as DoorDash so they know that this is DoorDash calling. Sometimes it doesn't, because when they call me through the app, usually it gives me a false number. They're not giving me your actual number. They're giving me a phone number that isn't identified with anything. So if I tried to call the number back that showed up on my phone, 9 times out of 10, I won't reach you. It's going to say, oh, this phone number is no longer in use or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to call you outside of the app because I don't want you to have my personal number. I don't want you to call me outside of me doing DoorDash. So putting your phone number in there, no. And that's not really safe, to be honest with you. What if you don't have an honorable, wonderful DoorDasher like myself who is not going to call you afterwards? What if you got a crazy person here? You know what I'm saying? And they track your phone number because they can do it. Oh, this is their billing address? Bet. And you wondering why people know where your number is. You know what I'm saying? If someone's really trying to find you, all they do is DoorDash. Because you dumb then put this other person's phone number in the daggone app. Okay? No. No. I'm not going to do it because I don't know you. And thank God I have a Google number because that's the one I'm calling to through. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like that. I'm going to call you through the app. Period. I'm not calling that number. I don't know that person. I don't know this crazy person. They might see me all this chocolateness and be turned on. And they're going to want to see me again. And then they calling me. Like, who the hell is calling my number? Who is this? Like, I'm not door dashing. Who are you? Yeah, you dropped off my order. How you doing? No. So don't do that. That's not safe for me or you. Okay? So that's it. Let's get into the short chat. Okay, the short chat today. I want to get in, and this will be something that I want to do a little bit more, get into more. But I was watching something on, I got a news notification from, I forgot the name, and they were talking about the increase of NYC smoke shop robberies. Now that it's legalized in the state of New York, marijuana, cannabis, is legalized in the state of Georgia. I wish, child, this would be wake and bake. This whole morning chat would be changed to wake and bake. Okay, let me tell you something. But in New York City, in the state of New York, marijuana has been legalized. Now all these smoke shops is popping up out of nowhere, not licensed to sell. They don't have no official papers, and they're selling marijuana in these smoke shops. Okay, not surprising. We got a ton of smoke shops here in Atlanta, and I would not be surprised if there's certain ones that are actually selling THC marijuana, not the CBD or the THC infused synthetic marijuana. Okay, we're talking that gas. Okay, we talking that gas. We talking OG Kush. They selling it in these CBD shops now that it's legal, and there's nothing they can do. Is say there's nothing they can do about it because it is legal. So it's not a crime anymore in New York. So now they can't shut down these shops that are selling marijuana without a license because it's legal. Okay. And by the time they were saying, by the time it would take a month to shut them down, and we could go there several times to try to shut it down, and it would take a long time to do it because it's legal. Now, now, what the robberies come into play because they're selling, they selling the legalized cannabis. Okay, now that's now legal, they're making money. So guess what? They're getting robbed for their product and the money that they're making. I wonder who's doing that. You think it might be the weed man that is losing business because now they have a shop. I'm gonna tell you this. My conspiracy theory on this one is this is the setup to to regulation. This is the setup because I think it's bull. Okay, I think it's bull. I'm not saying that it's not being done and people are robbing these smoke shops, but I'm saying that the fact that they were actually talking about it in like a local political meeting, that this is the rise of these robberies are going on. Why would they do that? No, let me tell you something. How is it that you legalize it and you have no way of regulating it? You just legalize it. All these other places we don't hear about in Cali, and I'm not saying it don't happen, but I haven't heard that Cali had an increase when they increase in smoke shop robberies in Cali. You know why? Because they have dispensaries. Okay, they don't have a smoke shop. Yeah, you got those ones in, that may be in major areas like in the gas stations and stuff like that, but that's not real weed. They have to be certified to sell that weed. So you legalized in New York. You telling me you legalize it without having some type of certification? You can't shut them down without coming out saying, where's your certification to sell this marijuana? We shutting you down. That's bull. That's bull, and y'all know it. This is the setup to make stricter laws so that the people who look like me can't make money off of it. This is the setup to make it hard for the average person to sell marijuana and not go to jail for that issue. Trust me, this is the setup. That's what New York is starting. And if they are effective in making more laws and regulations so that they can shut down these smoke shops for illegally selling marijuana, okay, they're going to do it. Look, they always trying to keep us enslaved. Okay, period. Okay, and that's us is not just people that look like me, but people who's just trying to make a way. They trying to move on up. Okay, you get a legal. What's the legal job that pays you enough to actually live off of? Tell me. Okay, I made 42,000 when I was working at the law firm. And I looked at it, I was so happy about that raise. It was so wonderful because I had never made above 30. 30,000. Like I made 39, but I never made it over that hump to the 40. And I have finally made it over the hump to the 40. And I looked it up and they say that's still poverty. That's still flipping poverty. So yeah, I just feel like it's a setup. I'm telling you, they talking about it. They're making it a problem now. So now they're going to put harsher laws, especially in New York. So there, and thus and so. That's how I feel about that. The next one, the short chat I want to talk about is I just want to touch on it. This too is going to be something that I want to do main topic on. It's going to make it into the main topic is these shootings of people who are mistakenly going to the wrong house or whatever, and people just shooting them out of, you know, leave me alone, pop, 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 because of whatever. Okay. And it's just interesting. My stance still stands that I feel that the only gun law that I can say that I stand by is having a concealed weapon. That should you should we should know that you have the weapon. You know what I'm saying? Like you should know if you have a gun, it should be shown. And two, it shouldn't be any massive more than one bullet shot type of gun. Okay? You shouldn't be able to have a like a multiple bullet releasing gun. You don't need an AK-47. Why? Why do you need that to protect yourself? Okay. You don't need something that shoots out multiple bullets. I don't care what nobody say. Now you might like it, but I don't think you should have it. I think that should be outlawed. Period. Multiple bullet guns. Okay. You have your six shooter. You get your rifle. You know, you can blow a hole the size of Canada in them, but it can't be a because that's how innocent victims come about is because those multiple, automatic, well, not automatic, but the multiple gun shots. I mean, that's it can happen with those with the single bullet, but whatever. But as long as we have police officers that have guns and authorities that can have guns, I think the people should have guns. Period. Okay. Period. But with these shootings, it's I don't harp on it, especially as a door dasher. I could go to the wrong door. I do think about it every now and again. It's like, whew, I could have gone to the wrong door and that person could have shot me because I'm like, I'm just trying to deliver your Chick-fil-A, ma'am. I just drove 3 miles to deliver this food. You know what I'm saying? Or what if I didn't see the part to say, don't knock on my door and I get shot? You know what I'm saying? I think about it. I think it's sad. Um, I think those people were looking for a reason to shoot somebody. Which, and then the other part is mental health. We don't know if that person is having an episode. The reason why, which is a great segue to the main topic, the 15 minutes of fun. Ain't no junk out. So, okay, so let's talk about it. Did y'all know that May is Mental Health Awareness Month, y'all? Yes. And I am so happy about it because I myself have had some family members in past and currently that suffers from mental illness. And I just want to give my opinion. I am not a therapist. I don't know of any mental health. I have never been diagnosed with mental health. I have experience being a witness to someone having a mental health breakdown, but not knowing it. And I'm just going to say what I've experienced and known and seen. These are strictly my opinions, okay? And what I think should go on from a person who has not been diagnosed. But what if it's a family member that's having an episode? How to recognize it, okay? So one, let's talk about that mental health. Someone who's being having a mental breakdown or mental health episode doesn't mean that they're stupid. I just want to say that for real because I think a lot of y'all think that someone that is labeled with a mental health issue means that their mind, like they can't add one and one doesn't equal two to them. Okay. They understand and they know how to make a decision. Okay. They can plan stuff, do things, but something in the midst of their thinking process kind of is overactive. When you're talking about someone who has a chemical imbalance, okay, now that's an issue. There's a chemical imbalance. They need medication to help balance that chemical imbalance. Once they, it's like, oh, okay, whatever. I question that, but that's none of my business. They say that there is chemical imbalances that causes some mental health issues. So that one. So stop thinking that these people that are mentally ill are stupid. They're not stupid. There's just certain things that trigger that mental health. Hold on. My throat chakra. I have been talking a lot. I was talking while I was walking, and now I'm back talking again, which tells me I might need to just kind of like, instead of loudly speaking, I need to bring it down a little bit. I need to bring it down a little bit. And another thing too is, who child, I promise you I'm not crying. My throat was really dry. I'm trying to moisturize my throat. Give me a minute. I mean, I got now. I have water in this tumbler, which I will soon have available um, back on Springs. It's the according to Akara mug tumbler. I also have my other bottle of water that I was using when I was walking, and I'm gonna get me some water bottles that you can get that's gonna say "walking and water," walking and drinking water, walking in water. Let's go. That's all we doing is walking in water. Let's get it. Um, um, but mental health does not mean stupid. There's some Harvard educated, Yale educated, mentally ill people Okay, they out here. They're smart. They're well educated. They got masters and PhDs and stuff like that, and just something just snaps. A chemical imbalance gets it gets imbalanced. For some, pressure brings it out. Stress brings it out. So mental health illness diagnosis doesn't mean that person is stupid. They're not stupid. They don't make all the best decisions. They base it off of emotion. Now, also think about behavioral health. Some of the things that we think are mental health issues, when it's literally it's something with your body, your mind, your brain chemicals are not for some reason not connecting, synapses aren't synapsed, and you know that is something that you can't control. But some develop a mental illness because of behavior. You know, they don't know any other way to do, or it's an outward thing where you really sometimes just need to talk it out. Especially my black community, we are so used to praying it away, going to church when we feeling a little down. We sing our Negro spirituals, we sing our gospel music, and we pray and we shout for some of us, and we shout the downs away, or we try to pray it away, and I think that that is wrong. I mean that not wrong, wrong. I mean definitely pray. You know what I'm saying? But don't be like, Lord, take this away from me. Ask him like what? Ask God. When you pray, you're asking him, what's going on? Why does it seem like I can't seem to get it straight? I'm feeling this way. Help me, Jesus, out of it. You know what I'm saying? And he'll send you a therapist your way, but you got to accept the help. I'm not saying that it's that way, but it's that way. Pray definitely, but don't just pray. Seek help. If you find it hard to get out of the bed because you are depressed and you don't know what's the purpose, seek help. Even if you just have the blues, talk to somebody. If you have the blues, get a therapist. It's okay. If you have a little bit of a rash that doesn't seem to go away, don't you go to the doctor? If you have this pain that just never goes away, don't you go to the doctor? You know, I mean, take care of your mental health. And I'm going to say, don't you go to the doctor? Some of us don't. Some of us will do a home remedy and a heartbeat for our physical, and we do it with our mental as well. But I want to encourage you to seek help, even if it's just you just need somebody to talk to once a month, just to decompress. There's people that is trained to do it. Your mama isn't trained, I don't think. Now, if your mama is a therapist, then shut my mouth wide shut, okay? Because I ain't know nothing about it. But the average family member, mama, sister, cousin, they're not made to be your sounding board, that's not what they do. Okay, you come with a problem, they there to fix it. I don't care if they're man or woman. That's like, well, why don't you just do that? That's a therapist is gonna say, well, why? How does that make you feel? As opposed to that, go see it. Go get some help. Don't be afraid to call a mental health line just for I'm feeling really down. Talk to somebody. And my people, not everybody feel okay with it, with going to a therapist. And people are going to still come to you. Notice these are some of the things that I've learned may give you a tip that your loved one might be going through a mental health episode. When they're calling you at 3 o'clock in the morning, back to back. And they're not in physical, and they just physical, they're not physically hurt and need you to come and get, they're calling you back to back because I need you to help me. But they call and they say, girl, let me talk about blah, 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 blah. And they're going all the way off about something like, and it sounds good. It sounds like, yeah, you should be upset by that. But the fact that you're calling me at 3 o'clock, you woke me up out of my sleep to talk to me about what someone at your job said. You know what I'm saying? We've prayed about it, and we're still on the phone at 3, 4, 5. I gotta go to work. I can't be on the phone with you talking about, and you keep saying it over and over again. That might be an issue. There might be a mental health break happening. Okay. Um, Listen. That's the other thing. Listen. Okay, pray for that person, but you pray like, God, what's going on with my loved one? Something's not right. Pay attention to your loved ones. Check on them frequently. Okay, notice their patterns. Okay, there's some that I don't talk too much, but I do reach out if there's something. But if they don't answer, and it's, you know what I'm saying, I'm really need to do a wellness check. Like, are you okay? Because normally you would, you know, it's the mother in me is like, if my son doesn't answer my call, he doesn't say, Mom, I'll call you back. I'm in the middle of something. I'm going to start calling. And then the next thing is I'm going over there to his place to see if he's okay. Okay. Notice how they talk. Notice how they talk. Notice what their conversation's about. You know, just pay attention to your loved ones. That's the biggest thing. And if it's just that's not what she know. Why is she always saying, I'm tired? I'm just tired, man. What you tired of? Are you sleepy? Go and get some rest. Don't just send them to go and get some sleep. Like, why are you tired? Dive in. For saints, listen to the unction of the Holy Spirit. They give you tips. You if you pay attention to your children and your loved ones and your husband, you will notice that something's off. Why does it seem like you're always this? Why does it seem like you're always that? Don't try to change them. Just find out. Just just watch them. Because a lot of us try to do the worst thing is we try to change them. We try to cheer them up, and it's like, and they don't want to be cheered up. Some people want to be in their funk and they'll get out on their own. But I said, I noticed that you're down. Is everything okay? Or do you want to talk? Okay. And not is everything okay? It isn't clearly not okay. You see that they're not okay. You look like something's wrong. You want to talk about it. Nah. Okay, well, just know anytime you want to talk, you can come here. And it shouldn't be a judgment free zone. You know, sometimes just taking that little time out to look, come on, let's go for a walk. Don't try to change them. Don't try to cheer them up. Just sometimes just being there, being an ear. Okay. So that's some of the things that you can take. Some things are very dramatic. Sometimes the mental break is so very dramatic. You can't help but notice. When they're walking the streets at night, and they're not. That's not their job. Okay, they're not a prostitute. They're not a streetwalker. They just, talking to themselves is not a sign of mental illness. Arguing with themselves might be a peak. They about to snap. when they like, oh, what, but when they literally like this, and they're not like, I can't believe these. I mean, listen to what they're saying. I can't believe, and then they turn around like there's a person, and they yelling at you. What the fuck? And it don't make any sense if you're looking at them and they say, "What the fuck you looking at?" Well, okay, my bad. They're not having a mental break. They're just angry right now, and they're talking themselves down. Okay. But then there's the ones that's like they're sitting up there arguing with nothing. That might be a very noticeable. Not washing, not coming out of their house for several days at a time, that is. Okay. Lying down, not going to work, not showing up to work. You know what I'm saying? If when they are there, it's like they're tired. They may be tired all the time. You could just tell the countenance is, even on happy things, they really. Some people are just that way, but I don't think that that's healthy. Something makes you smile. Okay, something makes you just laugh uncontrollably, like a child. You know what I'm saying? So know that. So show some love to them by noticing. Just pay attention to your family and your loved ones and those closest to you. Okay, don't try to change the situation. Just notice it. Okay, when it's uncontrollable. Hey, Jessica. I mean, there's nothing you can do. 582. I forgot the number. It's basically you can get them committed to a mental health facility, at least temporarily, without their consent. Okay, so that they can get the help that they need. Okay, but that's in extreme cases. You know what I'm saying? But the small little breakdowns, you can sometimes prevent that breakdown by just being present and seeing them. Now, I'm not saying that that is the cure, but if you can get them, baby, you might really need to see somebody professional about this before, especially if they're calling you and they keep talking about the same subject over and over and over again. Like they, you know what I'm saying? If they're doing that, it might be an issue, and you might need to say, hey, you might need to see someone. I know where you could go. They do it on a sliding scale, or you don't have to have insurance to go see them, or whatever the situation. There is help out there, okay, for them. But you can start by just having a little love towards your family members that have mental illness. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe displaying that. The first thing is showing love. Okay? The first thing is just being open and spending some time and just actually slow down and give and let your friend, family, your loved one just talk it out. Make it a safe place for them to talk it out to you. Okay? And then try your best to suggest maybe you should see a therapist on this. And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm so happy that it is come. It's more prevalent that my community, this Black community, is starting to actually go and see therapists. Okay, let's talk it out. Okay, we got a lot of trauma as Black people in America. All of us, we get reparations, and I heard word on the street they do it. That's going to be on the short chat tomorrow. It might even be the main topic. Word on the street is they working on reparation, especially with the dollar losing its value, and it has something to be connected to the fact that they're trying to transfer to the digital dollar. I'm just saying. So I'm feeling reparations is coming. Okay. I don't know if it's going to be before or after Jesus comes back, but reparations is coming like Jesus. Okay. We don't know when it's going to happen, but a part of that reparations package, we need to start arguing. A part of that, if you want to give us reparations, keep the 1 acre and the 40 acres and a mule. Okay. Well, no, give me that. And I need free mental health evaluations for every black person that experienced the African slavery. If your aunt, for the years that the cankerworm has ate up our crop, for the years of the injustice, for the years of gaslighting us, telling us, oh no, we love all of y'all, but you still give the white girl that has no experience the job, or white man the job that have teach experience, but you didn't worked in law for 20 years. Yeah, I am deflecting because I feel like that, but you give the white girl the job. I have 20 years of legal experience. I can manage some people. Okay, really give me an opportunity. Don't play with my emotions to have me fill a spot for that chick when she's finally ready to take it over. So, anyway, so let's get into taking care of our mental health as well. See, go. I mean, there is help. Seek it out. Look for it. Look for it like you look for those new Jordans to come out. Look for it like you looking forward to Beyonce's concert when she gets back into the U.S. and start touring here. Look for it like that. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health and your financial health. Okay, we need to have a financial health month. Okay, especially as black people because we get money and we spend it. I know I've had a large sum of money go come through my hands throughout my life, and I've done the ninja thing and went out and bought chains and clothes, bought hoes and in every area code. No, I didn't. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. But I went out. I did do the ninja stuff, like going buying TVs and gold and clothing, and you know what I'm saying. Um, was fresh to death. Amazon loved me, and all I could say, Amazon was like, I loved me some Akara back in 2011 and 12. It's like, yeah, girl, I was buying everything off of Amazon. You hear me? Prime, what? I was paying the annual fee. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, child, Amazon got all my money, or whoever had a store on there got my money. I got some really good things, period. Amazon, pretty much. Yeah, I rarely have been disappointed with what I bought off of Amazon, even when it comes to clothes and shoes. The only disappointment is maybe it don't fit me quite the way I wanted it to fit. But yeah, child. So yeah, be aware. Seek out help. Talk to somebody. Black people. My black people. My black people. Okay? Y'all, we all need to see a therapist. All of us. All of us. Every single one of us. From the oldest of us to the youngest of us. Okay? We should be on a therapist. We should be seeing someone, talking to somebody. Pay look, I can't afford to pay this. I can pay that. I just want to talk to somebody once, twice a week, to just get some of the ish out my chest. Okay? Period. Okay? Stop self-medicating by going to church. Don't, I'm not saying don't go to church. Go to church. Go to church. Read the Bible. Because some of y'all mental illnesses isn't a mental, is not a chemical imbalance in your brain. It is just because you done got so focused on yourself. I mean, now my pastor has pointed that out one time. He preached about it, and y'all be like, "Well, he don't know." Yes, he does. He's a licensed therapist, or was, because he would. That's what he graduated in mental health and that type of situation. Okay, he studied this. Okay, so not Pastor Creflo Dollar. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Creflo A. Dollar, doctor, not doctor of theology, but doctor, okay, Creflo Dollar. Well, he probably is a doctorate in somehow. He might have gotten an honorary, but I know for a fact, as much as he talked about it, working as a therapist and getting in trouble because he was praying for people and they was getting healed, okay, of their mental illness. You know what I'm saying? Because he recognized it was a spirit that needed to be cast out. In some cases, I mean, we don't decline or deny the spiritual aspect of this too. Okay, some of it is just whatever. Okay, this is not spiritual health awareness week. Okay, but some of it is that. Some of it is just you so focused, you have anxiety because you're still hurt from a past incident. You know what I'm saying? And you're taking it out on the world. I have a person that I talk to on a very frequent basis. She's starting to realize where her triggers are. She has been diagnosed with a mental illness, but I noticed as I talked to her, she started to realize, where her triggers are and how she tends to turn it in on herself instead of confronting the person that she's having the problem with. You know what I'm saying? And yes. And a lot of us, feel like you're getting bipolar and you start talking to yourself and you start hearing things because you really just stressed and you're turning it in on yourself. And then you go on a downward spiral of this, that, and then you start making stupid decisions because of fear, because of anxiety and stress. And what am I going to do? And then you make one stupid decision after another stupid decision. But a therapist can help you work through some of those things. You don't need to be on medications. Okay? But then we got some people that are so like clinically depressed or like so depressed like they need to take medication. They really I don't want to be sad and upset, but I am. Those are people that are I feel like it's a chemical thing. They do need someone to help them get out of it. They need that pharmaceutical to help them get out of it. I believe in that. There's people that really physically, and not like again, my friend that has been diagnosed with a mental illness, just like there's times where I really actually, as much as I don't want to get out of, I want to get out of bed. Whew. Okay. Okay. Is there still pollen in there? Whew. Because I'm sneezing. Now I'm sneezing. I started coughing because my throat was dry from talking, but I'm wondering, maybe in my walk outside, there's still some pollen being sucked up, and I'm getting, having my, you know, that's what happens when you go outside. I'll get used to it. But this walking in this water is going to keep going. But getting back to the mental health part of it, let's get into just talking to somebody. Every single Black person, I don't care how light you are, I don't care if you're passing, you need to talk to somebody. And shoot, all the white people need to talk to somebody. Okay, that's not white. It's like, do you realize how you've been manipulated by the man? But this ain't Black History Month. We're gonna talk about. We'll talk a little bit more about the manipulation of the white man, and I, with me looking like Erica, about this is really, I'm just wrapping up hair that I washed. My locks. When I took a shower this afternoon after my walk, I washed my hair as well because it was time for it. Okay, it was dirty, guys. But anyway, now I'm sitting up and like Erica Badu not saying power to the people. You better call your therapist. Call them. Because I'm about to go crazy on your behind. You better call Tyrone, your therapist. Tell him to come on, help you get your ish. Okay? Help him. Tyrone is the therapist. That's what Erica was telling him to do. Go get your therapist and help him with your bags. Get him to come and help get your ish. Okay? Because it's getting crowded with all your baggage that you're carrying. So yeah, it's okay to talk to people. That's the other thing too. Community. It's okay to talk to a therapist. You're not crazy. You're just working it out without dumping on your family. We get tired sometimes. I know my family be getting tired of me, child. They get tired of me. I know they do. I know they do. You know what I'm saying? But and I know, I mean, I have some patient friends. Lisa ain't in here today. But child, the things I've been talked her ear off. Okay. There was a time where she said, "Girl, I don't got no answer for you. You've been going over and over the same thing. You might need a therapist." I was like, "Oh, you need to speak to a professional." I grabbed my invisible person. I never heard the most smartest thing I've ever heard in my life. Did I go and get a therapist right away? I did not. I eventually did. I have seen a therapist. I've talked some things out. I cried, snotty nose and everything. That's not always your story. Okay. Sometimes you just it's like, well, why do you think like that? Sometimes you need someone to ask you that instead of always trying to fix your problem. That's the other thing. As the loved one of someone is, stop trying to fix their problems. Just let them say what they have to say, and let them know that I hear you. Don't give no opinion unless asked and say, do you want my opinion on the issue? Or do you just need to let this loose? You need to just talk it out. Because I know for me, sometimes I just need to talk it out. Okay. I just need to talk it out. And by the time the end of the conversation, I didn't answer my own question. And all my friend did was like, yeah. I hear you, girl. Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes when I talk to my awesome cousin, so she's real good at it. She's real good at she. Well, she needs to work on listening because she's a Capricorn like me, and she be jumping in there. Okay, I promise you, she has an official case of ADD. Me too. I've grown to be ADD. Especially if everything happening. We grew up in things started popping from the 70s and 80s, 70s and 80s babies. We've experienced a lot really quick in our lifetime, you know. So, but she's good. Sometimes she's like, well, what makes you feel that way? She'll ask those questions like, bitch, you been to therapy? I feel like I'm getting third person therapy. And I thank you because I can't afford a therapist. I need to find some of these sliding scales and just sometimes you just need to relieve. You just need to talk about it. And not our aunts and our cousins and our family members, our loved ones don't they're always trying to fix it and move on with their lives. if you're that person that someone's talking to, just listen to them, let them feel heard, and ask them before you start giving them um, ways of fixing their situation. Do you want to hear what I think, or this is just a venting session? We can prevent a whole lot of issues. We just ask that question too, because you getting involved, and a lot of times we get involved in our family members, and they're venting, and they really just venting, and you could have prevented even you getting involved, emotionally involved, if you ask, do you want my, you know what I'm saying? Do you want my opinion, or is this just you need to air this out? Oh, okay, then okay, that's different. Okay, so now you get into the oh, maybe take some notes and see if they say this again. Do they come to their own conclusions? I mean, again, always point them to a professional so that they're not always coming to you. And if they're always coming to you and they're getting better because you talk to them, maybe you should consider going into the mental health arena and being a therapist. Okay. But even therapists, if you are a therapist and you are the one that everybody comes to, you especially need to go and talk to somebody. Let it go. Let it go. And it's not easy to let go of some things. You know what I'm saying? So you too, everybody. I don't care if you feel mentally stable right now. Go and find your therapist right now. Auntie told you to. Let me get off here and get me a therapist as well. So I have been on here for an hour and 19 minutes, going on 20. I will talk to y'all tomorrow, 6:30. I said 6:30. Now y'all heard me. I said 6:30 a.m. We gonna be walking and water. Meet me here. Keep me accountable. Now don't start flooding it if it's 10 o'clock. And I ain't come on. Well, now if it's tomorrow, I should wake up to like, where's that? I thought you was doing the water and walking. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting that flood. Okay. If I don't come on here at all, Instagram tomorrow. Okay. And it'll probably be a part of the morning chest. Let's see what had happened was what had happened was nothing. Is no excuses. With no excuses, we're getting our bodies together, and we're gonna start working on our mental health, child. We're gonna talk about it. And so that's all we got for you today. If you want to support the channel, it's in the description. If you on YouTube and you watching this, why you haven't subscribed? Why you haven't subscribed? Subscribe, because you like what I'm talking about, and start commenting. Come in here and start saying something to me. Okay, even if you're watching this on the rewatch, say something to a girl, to your auntie. You got some questions, I'm here to answer it. Okay. Instagram, same thing with you. um well, if you're watching this later, you already following. Okay, so tell a friend about it. Don't sit up here. Come on now. I'm trying to be the hottest thing in the street. No, trying to be. I'm going to be, whether you like it or not, the hottest. They're going to be like, Auntie said, and Auntie said, that's right. I'm going to be an auntie until I'm 77 years old. Okay? I'm going to be an auntie until I'm a grandmother. Okay? When I become a grandmother, you still better call me auntie, goddamn, and I ain't that damn old. Okay? I got said, I'm your auntie. Okay. So you're gonna be auntie. So follow me. Follow me. Help the sister out if you want to. If you are led, you have the opportunity. It will be in the description. Again, I will see you all tomorrow. Walking in water. Bye. Peace and hair grease. Do, 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 do. Why did that sound like the Marios? Bye. Bye, y'all. Bye.